Get on up.
Everybody right there.
Get into it.
Everybody right there.
Get involved.
Everybody just come on up. Come on up. Come on.
This is Colleen Stapleton with The Public Good. I am here with Tara Melish. Tara is from the UB School of Law and also the Buffalo Human Rights Center. So she is here to talk with us a little bit about CDAW and the Cities for CDAW campaign. So Tara, do you want to tell us a little bit about what the Cities for CDAW campaign is?
Yes, wonderful. Thank you for having me. The Cities for CDAW Buffalo campaign is a broad coalition of allied organizations and individuals who are committed to incorporating the gender equity principles and the methodological obligations of the UN Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, which is known as CDAW, which is why we call it the CDAW, the Cities for CDAW campaign, into Buffalo City policy.
Okay.
So we're essentially trying to adopt an ordinance that will require the city to proactively address gender discrimination in all city operations.
Awesome. That sounds great. So what kind of things here in Buffalo locally will that help with?
There are a number of issues that can be addressed through the ordinance, and we specify some areas that we think will be priority areas in the legislation itself, including gender equity issues in healthcare with respect to violence against women, with regard to employment and economic opportunity issues. But the point of the legislation is really to be able to address any issues that are experienced by communities. And so we're not limited to certain issues, but it creates a process through which gender inequity issues that are actually experienced by distinct communities throughout Buffalo can be brought to the table. And there are two ways that that can be done. One is because the ordinance creates specific obligations on all city agencies and departments to undertake an annual gender analysis of their own operations. So with regard to their own personnel, with regard to the allocation of their budget, and with regard to direct and indirect services to the community. Any gender disparities that are identified through that process should then be addressed through an annual action plan that's created by the agency to address those disparities, with all the information then being made public. The ordinance also creates a CDAW task force as an oversight body for the process to assist in the development of these gender analyses and action plans, but also to be a focal point for the communities to come forward with gender equity issues that they're experiencing. To bring those issues to light, to hold hearings on them, to collect information, to collect testimony, and then be in a position to be able to make recommendations to the mayor, to the common council, to distinct agencies or departments at the city level, and also to the public on the issues that are being faced in the city.
Excellent. So a great proactive plan, great proactive ordinance. That sounds awesome. If you want to get in touch, if everyone wants to get in touch with Cities for CDAW, maybe we can talk about future events and ways to get in touch.
Yes, so our campaign has a website. It is Cities for, it's the number 4, CEDAW, CEDAW, buffalo.org.
Okay, great.
And you can find out more about us and contact us directly through that webpage. The current CDAW ordinance is being considered by the Common Council, and we're planning on having a public hearing on the importance of the ordinance for our city on September 5th in the evening. So it's the first day back after Labor Day. It's the first legislative session of the council, and our hope is that at the start of this new session, we can show the strong support we have throughout our city for adopting this legislation and the processes that it creates. So it will be adopted soon after, and we can focus on through the fall on putting this new set of processes in place for our city so that we can actively address the problems that women and different gendered communities throughout Buffalo are experiencing.
Excellent. That sounds great. Okay, thanks for your work, Tara. That was fun.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Everybody over there.
Get on up.
Everybody right there.
Get into it.
Everybody right there.
Get involved.
Everybody just